Hey everyone, it's me Hallease, endeavoring to persevere. I just wanted to get on and make another lock video talking about 5 things that I've kind of learned with this second set of locks that I have that have made washing them and caring for them a lot easier. As y'all know, I'm basically semi-freeform, so I'm not really getting into how to maintain and things like that. I just separate. I just wanted to get on and kind of let y'all know some of the things that I've done that have made washing my locks a lot more productive and have helped keep my hair looking healthy. For those of y'all who don't know, I wash my hair at least twice a week. Every week. Sometimes if I'm being even more active, I'll wash my hair at least 3 times a week, and not just getting my hair wet, like shampooing it 2 times or 3 times a week, depending on how active I am. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. Here is tip number 1. So the first thing I would recommend is starting at the source, having good water when you're washing your hair. I personally have a water filter because San Antonio has super harsh water. The easiest way you can tell if your water is harsh where you live is take some water in a pot from your shower or your sink or wherever and boil it for about 5 to 10 minutes. If you come back and you see that there's like a white residue around the pot a little bit, you live in a place that has a varying degree of harsh water, consider getting a water filter. If you come back in 10 minutes and the water is still clear, nothing has sort of separated from the water, you live in a place with pretty good water. So a water filter, you might not really see much of a difference then for you. I know for me personally, my hair looks fuller and healthier whenever I'm washing my hair in a shower that has a water filter, especially here in Texas. The second thing I would mention is the type of shampoo you use. So I know a lot of people swear by African black soap, but for me personally, it leaves a residue on my head. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that my hair is so tightly compact, it really is hard to get things out of my locks once they're in. Shampoos like African black soap are shea butter based. So shea butter is a very thick butter, and as the name expresses, it's a butter. So when it solidifies, it'll solidify in your hair. The same with things like coconut oil. It's gonna solidify in your hair and kind of leave a bit of a residue if you don't get it all the way out. So that's the reason why I don't use products like African black soap for my locks anyway. Definitely use it on my face, body, everything else, but I keep it away from my locks. I think a good rule of thumb when looking for a shampoo is look for shampoos that have words like clarifying or things like that in them, because then they're gonna leave as little residue as possible. It's really hard to find a residue-free shampoo. That's really difficult. All of them are gonna leave just a smidge, but you want one that'll leave as little as possible. The one I'm currently using is by Avalon Organics. It's their clarifying lemon shampoo. I really like it. I love the smell. It lathers really well, and it's just a really great all-around shampoo. I recently switched over to this from using Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap, which I know a lot of y'all swear by that too, and it is pretty good, but again, it's got coconut oil. It's a coconut oil based castile soap, so it does leave a little bit of a residue. Keep that in mind. Another thing to consider with the type of shampoo you're using is also how clear it is. Like a good way to gauge if it doesn't have words like clarifying or things like that on it, is it literally see-through? That's a good way, if you aren't really big on reading ingredients and things like that, to know if it's a good, at least semi-residue free type shampoo. So the Avalon Organics one, here it is in the bottle. It's got a little bit of like a yellow tint to it. I'm assuming because of the lemon, but more or less I can see directly through it. And that helps to know that it's not gonna leave too much residue in my locks. Another shampoo that I see a lot of people talking about, which I've tried it once or twice, I still don't know quite how I feel about it. I'm gonna try it a little bit more before I come at y'all with like a full review, but Neutrogena shampoo, as you can see, I can see y'all. This shampoo is an anti-residue formula, supposedly, to help break down buildup out of your hair. And as you can see, it is completely clear. The third thing I will say is to shampoo more than once. I always shampoo at least twice when I am washing my locks. The first shampoo, usually does not lather very well. It's basically just breaking down the dirt that is on my scalp and in my locks and getting them ready to be washed away. It's on the second shampoo, or sometimes even the third shampoo, that I see the dirt actually leave my locks, and also I get a really good lather, which is what you want. Most of these clarifying shampoos, if you're using them once and they're not really lathering, you're not actually getting your hair all the way clean. You need to use them a couple of times to make sure that it's getting all the dirt and debris out of your locks. So make sure you get a good lather. Even if you're using African black soap, even though I don't think you should, even if you're using Dr. Bronner's peppermint, whatever, or whichever Dr. Bronner's soap you're using, you should have a really good lather, like an absurd lather. Your hair should be engulfed in lather. And that's how you know that you are actually getting your scalp and your locks squeaky clean. So I always recommend shampoo at least twice every time you are going to shampoo your hair. The first time breaks up the dirt, the second time removes it. The next thing is wash your hair in sections. For me, I always thought I was distributing the shampoo really well because I couldn't actually see what I was doing in the shower. It wasn't until my husband saw me washing my hair that he was like, you know, you're missing a whole section of hair that you haven't, like there's no shampoo there at all. I was like, what, really? And it was like so frustrating. So that was what prompted me to start washing my locks in sections. So what I do is this, I separate my locks in half. And I take my shampoo, I have the nozzle on to demonstrate, but I separate them in half and I start from the back and I go a straight line down the middle. And then I work that shampoo in, so down the middle. Then I come to this side and I put the shampoo sort of like 3 or 4 sections down the side of my head. So I'll start here, put a row, go about halfway, put a row. Go 3/4, put a row, the last quarter, put a row. Then I take this side and I work it in. I make sure that I'm really massaging all the shampoo in, but I'm only focused on one side of my head at a time. And I've used my middle line of shampoo to kind of know my line of demarcation of where I'm not working anymore. Then I go to the next side. After I feel like I've worked it in good here, I'll leave it in and I go to the next side and do the same thing. Putting it at 3 to 4 sections of across this side of my head, and then shampooing and scrubbing and really working it in with the balls of my fingers, of course, as we all know. And then I rinse my whole head, and finally I repeat that again as many times as I feel necessary until I get a really good lather. And that's how I know that the shampoo has been evenly distributed over my whole entire head, and I'm not worried about possibly missing a section that doesn't end up getting clean. So that's what I would really recommend. If you need to incorporate some kind of holding tie, maybe you want to shampoo your locks in 4 sections instead of 2, whatever the case may be, as long as you are cognizant of how many sections you have and working through your whole head, I feel like that will really benefit you to make sure that your hair is getting completely clean every time you wash it. Finally, I know this is talked about a lot, but I really feel like it bears repeating. You need to rinse really, really well. It's almost like it's on the same caliber of importance as shampooing twice, I would say. Rinse your hair really, really well. And something I'll notice is that people are just kind of like, so I'll watch other people in the lock community do their wash day regimen, right? And show on camera how they're washing their hair. And then they get to rinsing and they're just kind of like casually, I don't know if y'all are just trying to look good for the camera or what, but you're just kind of casually, letting the water slowly cascade off your locks. And I'm just like, you're not getting the shampoo out. Like, you're not, You really need to get in there. If your shower head has a more intense setting, put it on that. And if your shower head is removable, even better. Use that. Put it right to your scalp. Get really in there and really rub. Another thing I recommend is getting the water in your hair and squeezing. Don't twist, because that can sort of mess up your hair at the roots and make your hair thin, but squeeze the water. Squeeze it down through your locks and let it really get in there so it can then escape and take the shampoo residue with it. Another big thing with rinsing well is making sure that you're rinsing long enough. When I was first starting off with my lock journey, I would actually set a timer on my watch, because it's waterproof, for 10 minutes, and made sure that I was standing under the shower and squeezing for 10 solid minutes to make sure I had rinsed out everything I possibly could out of my hair. And then I would go back and put it on a stronger shower setting and really get in there and have that pressure hitting my locks. And I would really recommend that. Now I more or less can have a gauge of clean. Like, you get to a point where you know what clean locks feel like. You know that you've gotten all of the shampoo out. You know that your hair is just good to go. So now I don't really need to set a timer anymore, but in the beginning that was crucial. So yeah, those are my tips for washing locks. I hope this helps you. If anyone has any other tips, please leave them down in the comments below. Share the knowledge, share the wealth, so we can all be living our best squeaky clean locked lives out here in these streets. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if the spirit moves you, and I'll see you when I see you.